Good morning. I'm just having a little caffeine to get me started there this morning, so I'm just giving everybody a little bit of a chance to get on board. We're having a snowy day in Montreal today, so it's a great day to be inside and talk about fabric and play with all this good stuff. Okay, so I think we can get started, and anyway, if there's anybody that logs in at a later date with regards to the video is always saved and shared on Facebook after it's finished. And this one will also be shared on YouTube, and there will be a link also later on Instagram. So it'll be a little bit all over the place, this particular video, because it deals a lot with the new fabric collection. So I got out my cup, the Happy Quilter, which is backwards for you guys, but it does say Happy Quilter. Do what you love what you do. And that's what we all do in this creative industry that we share. You know, I'm becoming a bit of a mug freak. Before I get involved in the fabrics, I have to show you what I bought this week. So I'm soon going to need to add some extra cupboards, because every time I find a new mug that has to do with quilting or stitching, I just keep buying them. And so anyway, life is short. Eat your dessert first, right? So I found this one, which I really, and all these mugs that I'm showing you, if you ever see something you want, you just let me know, because I can order them. So this one is a black mug, and it just says, "Just pour my coffee, hand me the fabric, and back away." And it looks like a post-it note, and this actually looks like tape, but it's not. It's just the way that the print is done is really cool. So there's a new one that just came in to add to my collection. And then I just got this one, which is pretending to be a normal person day after day is exhausting. And then on the back it says, "Pretending to be normal. William Shakespeare wrote, 'Tis above all to thine own self be true.' Boy, did he nail it on the head." A lot of us go through phases where we think we have to be, act, and look like everyone else in order to fit in. I tried it, and it didn't work. Now I realize God doesn't want an orchestra of identical instruments all playing the same tune, so I let go of the status quo and decided to just be me. Besides, pretending to be a normal person day after day is exhausting. So I mean, that's a perfect mug. And then the third one that arrived this week, yeah, they're still coming. I'm sure I'm going to be buying more. Don't let anyone dull your sparkle. And the back of this one says, "Sparkle. Some of us are just born with glitter in our veins, whether we're sparkling like the noonday sun or overflow with so much enthusiasm that we leave a virtual bubble bath in our wake. The whole spectacle is out of our control, but it's one that those of us affected have come to embrace. But here's the thing. If anyone tries to dull your sparkle or asks us to tone it down, we only have one recourse. We grab a can of spray adhesive with one hand and a jar of glitter with the other, and proceed to cover them with a lavish coat of sticky, sparkly, iridescent bling. The bottom line is this: don't let anyone ever dull your sparkle." So it's like I always say so often that we just, be you, have fun, and enjoy life. And that's what I'm doing today. So all of that leads up to this new fabric collection that you all know I'm so excited about. And I know that a lot of you are also, because I've received a lot of requests for yardage, for the quilt kits, for the pre-cuts, for the magazines. So anyway, I want to talk a little bit about all of that to you today, so that you can know what's here, how it's being cut, and all that kind of stuff. So here we go. The whole shipment of fabrics for the new fabric collection, and just give me a second. Let me get my fabric card. The whole collection for Keeping You in Stitches has arrived at the studio. So earlier this week, I received the designer collection, which I'm using to create new projects to promote the line. And then yesterday, I received the bulk order that I ordered, which I'll be using to cut orders for those of you who want yardage, to make kits. There's a lot of things that's going on with this collection, and I'll keep you posted on that as I go through them on Facebook. And as I shared last week, I've started a new Keeping You in Stitches Facebook page, which doesn't have anything there yet, but I'm going to start some posts and pictures and ideas. But once I start that, I will share that with you on my other Facebook. So anyway, the Keeping You in Stitches is now in stock. I'm not going to take out all the boats and show you again today because I have all the photos online, but I did pull out one of the panels that came in. So here you go. This one panel has 4 larger panels. The larger panels are approximately 10 by 23 inches. I turned these 4 into large throw/bench pillows by simply adding another border to each of these panels and then doing an overlap backing on the pillow, not needing to put any zippers, and they just went together so easily. These are just quilty sayings. In the rhythm of the needles, there is music for the soul. My soul is fed by needle and thread. I cannot count my day complete till needle, thread, and fabric meet. Buttons and patches and the cold wind blowing. The days pass quickly when I am sewing. So I think these are really fun, and all of these prints around the panels, even the backgrounds themselves, these are fabric colors and prints that you'll find in the collection, and you'll see all the pictures online. So the panel sells for $11.50, and all the fabrics in the, this is not a good, by the way, this is a faulty panel. As you can see, the first one is cut too close to the panel, so I will use this for a sample panel to cut up and to put in other projects. All your panels will be perfect. $11.50 a panel for this one, $16.95 for all of the prints in the collection, which you'll see on the Facebook. But here you go for a little look at the fabrics in the collection. These are the prints. So you've got the spools and the buttons and the pins and the stitching stripes and the mottled backgrounds. The mottled backgrounds in the cream and the brown, these over here, are absolutely perfect backgrounds for applique. It's got that little bit of like a marble sort of water blocks. It's just a really nice print to use for cotton or wool appliques. So I'm planning on doing something special with that. So there you go with the collection. Now, before I get into all the pre-cuts, I want to share something really exciting with you, because some of you have been ordering the Simply Vintage magazine, which just came out, which has 4 of my other projects in it. There are a few magazines left in stock, not much. Let me know if you'd like one. But January the 1st, on the store shelves, you will start seeing, now this is the fall issue of Primititve Quilts and Projects. And this has always been another of my favorite magazines. And I'm so excited because on January the 1st, when the winter issue of Primititve Quilts and Projects hits the newsstands, I have a project in that magazine that will be presenting the new collection of Keeping You in Stitches. And here it is. This is the actual wall hanging / table topper that is just come back from Primititve Quilts and Projects, where it was sent off for a photo shoot for the magazine. So I just got it back the day before yesterday. Here you go. You see this? I mean, it is a wonderful way to showcase the collection, and you can adapt this design also then to other fabrics that you may want to use for other colorways. But I did this in a patchwork to represent all of the fabrics that are in the Keeping You in Stitches. I used that mottled cream for the background of these 2 corner blocks, and I used wool applique coming out of the spool in the center. You see the spool, and you see the flowers coming out of the spool. So this represents to me how stitching in this spool, what this spool represents. Oh, the stitching brings so much color and makes my life bloom with everything that I do, and it just makes me happy. And I thought that this project represented the way that I feel about everything that I do in this industry with regard to the design, with regards to the retail selling, with regards to being able to connect with so many wonderful people like you, the sharing, the making so many new friends across the globe. We all have that common thread where we're connected in this industry. And so this project, which is called Stitching Makes Me Bloom, it's 29 by 29 inches, and it's easy to make it larger by simply, instead of doing this small brown border, I could have had a wider one. I can add another 1 or 2 borders if I want, and it's a beautiful table cover. Or imagine if you're having friends over, your sewing group for coffee, you put this on the table, you have your coffee. I find that food tastes better when the table looks pretty. So I just love this project, and this will be in the new issue on January the 1st. And Jenny at Primititve Quilts and Projects sent me a photo of the photo shoot that will be in the magazine, where you can see this particular project here draped over the antique chair. I just love the way that photo came out. And so yeah, this is really exciting. And kits actually, first of all, magazines, the winter issue are on order. They're on pre-order, and they're coming into the studio. So you can pre-order a copy of that magazine, and I will put that on Facebook to remind everybody. And in that magazine will be the option that you can actually order a kit to go with your magazine to make this table topper, which is another plus. So if you're a shop, or if you know of a shop that gets this magazine, remind them that they can order this fabric collection. If they need the details on where to order, have your shop just call me, email me, and I'll give them those details. If you don't have a shop local where you have the magazine, you can order it from me. If you want to get a kit, let me know. I'll make sure you get what you need to make these things. So yeah, so that's really exciting. So now let's move on to everything else that's in this collection. So you know that when the collection came out, I designed this project for the Primititve Quilts and Projects. I've also designed some smaller projects like armchair caddies for when you're stitching to put your pins and your projects in, the needle and scissor cases, and all of those fun smaller projects that go with this collection. I will be sharing them in the new year as we have fun and play with the collection. And so I'll be doing the photos and sharing the ideas. And so there's a whole lot of new stuff coming on Keeping You in Stitches fabrics. But the company came out also with their block of the month, which is a quick quilt kit. And the quick quilt kit, it finishes at 52 by 66. This is it here. They are all pre-cut, which means you have no cutting to do to put this quilt together. You can just take the kit, and the kits are absolutely, I mean, I'm sending the company an email this afternoon, because I have never seen a kit come in so well packed and organized, everything divided, the months are split. You get everything in here. They are divided into 6 different sections, which means there are 2 blocks per set. All you need on the back, it says what you need: a sewing machine, sewing supplies, and your batting, because that's not included. But in this kit, your pre-cut block of the month kit includes 6 pre-cut block of the month kits with 2 blocks per set. So that gives you the 12 blocks that are in this quilt, okay? It includes your border that's going around your blocks once your blocks have been assembled. You've got your binding fabric to finish off your quilt when it's finished. But you know what? I didn't even realize that the backing fabric is also in this kit. everything you need to make this kit. They are $159.95, and you end up making a kit without any cutting. They've done all the work for you. So if you want one of those kits, get your request in early, because this shipment only came yesterday, and I ordered a good supply, but they were already over half gone. So it's a popular quilt kit, and I'm quite excited about it that you all want to do it. The sewing level is advanced beginner, so I don't think beginner you'll have too much of a problem with this, but advanced beginner, you want some idea of piecing and putting them together. But you know what? All your triangles are cut for you, all your squares, your rectangles, everything is done. It's a pre-cut quilt kit. So if you want one of those, $159.95, everything included in there to make your quilt. Now, what other pre-cuts are there in this collection? Well, we have everything. I'm all excited. I gotta have a sip of caffeine just to keep me, I was gonna say to keep me calm, but you know what? This is gonna give me more energy and make me even more crazy, if that's possible. So in this collection, we have the 2.5-inch squares, or the mini charms. These packages have 168 pieces of 2.5-inch squares. 168 pieces for $13.95. I have the, I'm not even going to tell you what I have, but I have a plan on using this in the new year. So this we can use to make table runners, pot holders, bags, any kind of project. So 168 2.5-inch squares for $13.95. We have these gorgeous packs of 5-inch charms. In here you have 42 charms, 5 inches square, for $13.95. We also have the 10 by 10-inch squares. I mean, you can do a lot with this size of a square. $39.95, 42 squares in there. These are great prices. If you want, get your orders in early. I think I maybe should have ordered even more, and I will be putting another order through to get. The 2.5-inch strips or jelly rolls. Look at this. You have got 42 strips in there for $39.95. All of these wonderful colors. What a great way to do a jelly roll quilt using the Keeping You in Stitches sewing themed fabrics. I mean, that is perfect. And last but not least, on the pre-cuts, look at these fat quarter rolls. You've got 12 fat quarters, meaning you've got one of every one of the coordinating prints in the collection. Not the panel, but all of the other prints that are in the collection, which are all of, let me just show you these. You've got all of these, a fat quarter in all of these in here. Now what I will do is, when you order, some of you have ordered these, and I'll send you a message, but I'm thinking that what I will do is I will undo the roll, if you don't mind. I will undo the roll so that I can fold them and put them in letter rate envelopes, which will make a better postage rate for me to send them out. So it'd be cheaper to mail that way. But if you want the roll as is, it just goes into a package. And if you order other things like a quilt kit, other pre-cuts or whatever to go with it, well, in the long run, it would be the same if we did a package or if we did multiple envelopes, because there will be extra envelopes to send. But $49.95 for the fat quarter roll. And there you have it. All of these absolutely wonderful pre-cuts in the Keeping You in Stitches collection. You know what? Like they say on The Price of Right, they can be yours. You just need to order them. Let me know what you would like, and I will get them ready for you. The fabrics only arrived yesterday. There are a lot of pre-orders. I have today and tomorrow. I leave on Christmas and New Year's vacation on Friday morning. So I'll be out of the house here about 5 o'clock, and I won't be back until the evening of January the 3rd. I thought it was the 4th until I saw my itinerary this morning, and I'm coming back on Friday evening. I'm going to try to finish as many orders as I can today and tomorrow. I'll be in touch with many of you if your orders are ready. Some orders may get completed once I get back. I'm sure that many of you are going to be busy now with the holiday season anyway, and you won't be doing lots of stitching over the next week. But I promise that what I can get done before I leave will be done, and what don't get done before I leave will be done right after I come back. My notes are all up to date, and I'm ready to go. I've got the table here full of orders waiting to process since yesterday. It's been absolutely crazy, off the wall, busy. I can't tell you what it's been like here, but I just want to thank you all again for such a wonderful support system that you've been to me and to the studio. Without you, this searching for new products and giving you the opportunity to be able to order all these new things, and me out searching and bringing all these new things to the creative table would not happen if it wasn't for you. And so together, we're having fun, we're finding new products, we're enjoying new books, new fabrics, new notions. I've got a ton of new stuff that I've been searching for. I've got a ton of new companies that I've been working with for the new year. I have got so much new stuff that's coming to the studio. You're going to just want to keep on looking and watching and store those pennies away, because there's going to be lots of fun things that you're going to want to bring to your sewing table. So there you go with all the pre-cuts. There you go with the panels. I do want to share one more thing with you before we go. You know, every year, and sometimes several times a year, but every year I try to change up some of the things in my sewing space, because I just like to refresh a little bit. It's almost like fall, winter cleaning or organizing. So this fall I was saying to myself, what would I like to have new for my studio that I can have to play with? So I was looking at my table. I was looking at the new fabric collection. You know, I love these old blues and greens and reds, and I thought I want something new that I can see every day also as I'm playing. So I went and bought myself, and you can get these too. I can order all of these items. I bought myself a new cutting board. Look at this, 24 by 36. It's the new Cute Cut board from Riley Blake. It's got this gorgeous kind of vintage style red with a little scalloped edge print around the border. But look at the other side. It doubles in this beautiful, and it's printed too. It's got the grid in this robinette blue. I mean, let's be serious. When I'm working with these new fabrics, call me crazy. I've been called worse. But I think this is going to look really, really great. This new board is $89.95. It's got a beautiful thickness to it. The grid is perfect. And I am absolutely going to love this board. Now, you know, if you buy that board, it ain't going in an envelope. It's going to be a package. But I can do a really nice cardboard box, let it lie flat, get the board inside so that it doesn't bend and everything, and it's no problem to send it out. But since I have the new board, I thought, well, if I have a new board, I'm going to treat myself to a new ruler. So look, Riley Blake also has this beautiful acrylic ruler. It's hard to see probably on the camera, but it's got that little vintage green. But you see that darkness all around the edging here? It's a grip for the fabric. The fabric will not slide because of this. It's got like a roughness all along this, almost 1/2 inch all around the ruler. So you know I'm going to like that. And those rulers are $32.95. A really great buy for like a 6 by 24. So actually 6.5 by 24.5, because we have that extra So I've got this with my board, and of course if I had a new cutting mat and I had a new board, I thought, well, you know what? I think I'm going to buy my rotary cutter. Why did I buy this one? Because the fit in the hand is perfect. It's comfortable. It's got a nice grip. I also bought it because it is left or right-handed. Not one or the other. It's good for both the way that this one is made. The handle is soft, and where I cut so much fabric, I needed a handle that was really comfortable. So it's a soft handle. And if you're using it for long periods of time, this is the kind of handle that is really comfortable for your hand. I just like it. Also, the blade is very easy to change because you just unscrew, slide it off, slide it on, so it's great. So anyway, this is my, I should take it out and show you because it is mine, right? I left it in the package because I wanted to show you what it looked like. Check it out. It is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. So, I'm going to be cutting with this one. Starting in January, I'm going to lose my old one now while I'm still working and catching up. But before I leave for vacation tomorrow night, I'll get my table all set up with my new cutter, my new ruler, my new mat, and I'll be all ready to go when I come back. So there you go for today. It's just been a keeping you in stitches morning. I wanted to share the collection with you, the pre-cuts, the quilt kits, let you know that it's all in stock and that you can now get it for your stitching enjoyment. And like I said, to any quilt shop that's watching this video, if you want to have the Keeping You in Stitches collection for your shop, if you want details on where to go to get it, please just get in touch with me and I will direct you to the distributor so that you can get them for your shop and have fun with these fabrics. Thank you everybody again. It's been a pleasure and a half. Thank you for joining me this morning and for listening. Remember, if there's anything that you're looking for that you can't find and you want me to see if I can get it, send me a message on Facebook, Messenger, send me an email, give me a call, and I'll try to get that for you. I've been putting a lot of new stuff on Facebook this week regarding books and notions. And over the holidays, there will be yes, I am on a holiday, but I generally work leisurely during my holiday because I still I'm excited about the creative process. And so I'm actually just put my quilt kit in my suitcase because I'm going to make my quilt over my Christmas vacation so that when I come back, I've got my quilt top done and ready to quilt. So this will be done over Christmas vacation. So I'll post some pictures and share with you guys what I'm doing and where I am in the process. But I'll also be designing some new projects that are coming up for 2020. There's some new things on the go that I'm getting involved in that I have to work on, and some new suppliers for new products that are coming in that I want to finalize the thought process on what to bring in, how to bring it in, how to present it to you. So there's a lot of that's going on as well. So I will be on vacation, but you can still contact me because I will be kind of working off and on during the whole 16 days that I'm away. I will probably not be back for a new live video before I get back. I'm not sure. I may do one while I'm on vacation. We will see how that goes. But until then, I will be online here on Facebook, on Messenger over the next 2 days, so you can reach me there. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day and a wonderful rest of the week. And happy stitching. Thank you.